Good morning, students. In structure of atom, we have studied about the Bohr's model of hydrogen atom. In that, we have studied about the orbits, which are also called the circular paths, that is the stationary states. Then we have seen that whenever the electron is revolving in a particular orbit, the energy of the electron remain constant. But when the electron get transferred from one orbit to the other orbit, the energy of the electron changes. The energy is either emitted or absorbed. Further, in an atom, in the hydrogen atom, which orbits will be permitted orbits? That we have studied. Only those orbits are permitted in which the angular momentum of electron is integral multiple of h by 2 pi. All these are the features of Bohr's theory. Today, here we are going to study the results of Bohr's theory. The Bohr's theory is useful to determine or to calculate the radius of the orbit. Radius of orbit can be calculated with the help of the Bohr's theory. The orbits are also called the stationary states. So here the radius of any orbit or stationary state can be calculated from the Bohr's theory by using the formula Rn equal to A0 into n square. Here Rn is the nth orbit, A0 is the radius of first orbit. Radius of first orbit, which is also known as the Bohr's orbit, and it is equal to 52.9 picometers. N are the integers. These integers are called the principal quantum numbers. Principal quantum numbers. For the first orbit, the value of principal quantum number is 1. For the second orbit, the value of principal quantum number will be 2. For third orbit, the value of principal quantum number will be 3, and so on. So principal quantum numbers, n is principal quantum number. So by using this formula, we can calculate the radius of any orbit in the hydrogen atom. For first orbit, we write here R1, that is the radius of the first orbit, equal to A0, that is 52.9 picometer into 1 square. For first orbit, the value of principal quantum number is 1, and therefore the radius of the first orbit is 52.9 picometer. For the second orbit, radius is R2, and it is equal to 52.9 picometer into 2 square. For the third orbit, radius is written as R3. It will be equal to 52.9 picometer into 3 squares. So in this way, we can calculate the radii of the different orbits in the hydrogen atom by using this formula. Now, the second application of the Bohr's theory is to calculate the energy of the orbits. The energy of the orbits can be calculated by using the Bohr's theory. Energy of orbits. The energy of any orbit is given by En. En equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 into 1 by n square joules. This is the formula to calculate the energy of any orbit in the hydrogen atom. It is the formula applicable for hydrogen atom only. So here En, energy of nth orbit, n equal to again principal quantum number. For the first orbit, the value of n will be 1. For the second orbit, the value of n will be 2. In this way. Now energy of the first orbit, that is E1. E1 will be equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 into 1 by 1 square joule, equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 joule. This is the energy of the first orbit in hydrogen atom. energy of the first orbit in the hydrogen atom is minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 joules. For the second orbit, E2 equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 into 1 by n square. But for the second orbit, the value of n will be 2. On solving it, we get here minus 0.545 into 10 raised to power minus 18 joule. So this is the energy of the second orbit in hydrogen atom. So by using this formula, we can calculate the energies of various orbits in the hydrogen atom. So these are the formulae for the calculation of the radius of any orbit and the energy of any orbit in the hydrogen atom. But the Bohr's theory is also useful for the hydrogen-like species. Hydrogen-like species means what? Hydrogen-like species means any atom or any ion containing the single electron. If that species contains the single electron, then it is said to be hydrogen-like species. Hydrogen-like species. Example of hydrogen-like species are H12, further helium positive, then lithium 2 positive, then beryllium 3 positive, boron 4 positive. All these are the hydrogen-like species because they contain the single electron. Hydrogen contains single electron. Similarly, these species also contain the single electron. How this helium positive is a hydrogen-like species here? Hydrogen atom, it contains 2 electrons, its atomic number is 2. But whenever this helium atom loses 1 electron, then it is converted to helium single positive, means only 1 electron remain behind here, therefore it is a hydrogen-like species. Lithium atom, atomic number is 3. After the loss of 2 electrons, it is converted into Li2 positive, means in Li2 positive also there is single electron and therefore it is also a hydrogen-like species. Beryllium 3 positive, beryllium atom has atomic number 4. Out of 4 electrons, when it loses 3 electrons, then it is converted into beryllium 3 positive. It means in beryllium 3 positive only 1 electron remain behind after the loss of 3 electrons and therefore it is a hydrogen-like species. Further, boron 4 positive, atomic number of boron is 5. Out of these 5 electrons, when 4 electrons are lost, then there is a formation of boron 4 positive. In boron 4 positive, there is a single electron and therefore it is also a hydrogen-like species. Now see here how we can apply the Bohr's theory to the hydrogen-like species. In hydrogen-like species, the energy of the orbit is calculated by the formula energy of orbit minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 into Z square by n square joules. This is the formula to calculate the energy of any orbit in the hydrogen-like species. Hydrogen-like species. In these hydrogen-like species, the energy of any orbit is calculated by this formula. If here we have to calculate the energy of second orbit of beryllium 3 positive, then for beryllium 3 positive, Z, that is the atomic number is 4. Atomic number for beryllium is 4. It is a hydrogen-like species because only 1 electron remain behind here. And in this beryllium 3 positive, if we have to calculate the energy of the second orbit, for second orbit, n equal to 2. So by substituting the value of Z and n, we can calculate the energy of the second orbit of beryllium 3 positive. So energy of the second orbit of beryllium 3 positive will be E2 equal to minus 2.18 into 10 raised to power minus 18 into Z square, that is 4 square upon 2 square joules. By solving this, we get here the energy of the second orbit in beryllium 3 positive. So in this way, we can apply this formula to any of these hydrogen-like species. All of these are the hydrogen-like species. All of these contain the single electron, but their atomic numbers are different. Here the atomic number is 1. Here the atomic number of helium is 2 because 2 protons are there in the nucleus. Lithium 2 positive, atomic number Z is equal to 3. Beryllium 3 positive, atomic number is 4. Boron 4 positive, atomic number is 5. Z values are different. So here when we put the value of Z, and for particular orbit when we put the value of N, then we can solve the equation and obtain the energy of any orbit. Similarly, the radius of any orbit in the hydrogen-like species is given by the formula Rn equal to 52.9 into N square by Z picometer. This is the formula to calculate the radius of any orbit in the hydrogen-like species. These are the hydrogen-like species. For these species, if we have to calculate the radius of any orbit, then we can use this formula, where N is the principal quantum number. For first orbit, the value of N is 1 and Z is the atomic number. For example, here the atomic number of Z value of He positive is 2. For Li2 positive, Z value is 3. For beryllium 3 positive, the Z is equal to 4. For boron 4 positive, Z is equal to 5. Means Z is nothing but the atomic number or number of protons present in the nucleus. So by using this formula, we can calculate the radius of any orbit in the hydrogen-like species. Means remember here, the formula to calculate the radius as well as energy of any orbit in hydrogen is different. But the formula to calculate the radius as well as energy of any orbit in hydrogen-like species are different. Here, this is the formula. These are the formulae which are applicable to calculate the energy and the radius of any orbit in the hydrogen-like species, not hydrogen. Already we have studied the formula for hydrogen. The formulae for hydrogen are different, but the formulae for hydrogen-like species are different. So by using these formulae, we can calculate the energy and the radius of any orbit in the hydrogen-like species. Further, by using the Bohr's theory, it is possible to calculate or determine the velocity of electron. Velocity of electron in any orbit. The velocity of electron in any orbit can be calculated by the Bohr's theory. It is found that the velocity of electron is found to be directly proportional to the atomic number, means Z, but it is inversely proportional to the principal quantum number, that is the orbit number. The orbit which is away from the nucleus, the orbit for which the principal quantum number is more, in this orbit the velocity of the electron is found to be less. And the formula to calculate the velocity is Vn equal to 2 pi E square by H into Z by N. This is the formula where H is the Planck's constant. H is known as the Planck's constant. Z is the atomic number. N is the principal quantum number. That is the orbit number. E is the charge on electron. Pi is the constant. So by using these values, we can calculate the velocity of electron in any orbit. If we have to find the velocity of electron in the first orbit, then N equal to 1. If we have to find out the velocity of electron in the first orbit of helium positive, then for helium positive Z is equal to 2. If we have to find out the velocity of electron in the first orbit of lithium 3 positive, lithium 2 positive, then for lithium 2 positive Z equal to 3, Z equal to 3, N equal to 1 for first orbit. If we have to calculate the velocity of electron in the second orbit of beryllium 3 positive, then for beryllium 3 positive Z equal to 4 and for second orbit N equal to 2. In this way, the velocity of electron in any orbit can be calculated by using the formula, and from these, all of these are constants, and therefore here we can write velocity of electron in any orbit is directly proportional to Z but inversely proportional to N. Velocity of electron is directly proportional to the atomic number but inversely proportional to the principal quantum number or orbit number. So all of these are the results of Bohr's theory. With the help of the Bohr's theory, it is possible to calculate the radius of the orbit, then the energy of the orbit in the hydrogen atom. Then the Bohr's theory is also applicable to the hydrogen-like species. For the hydrogen-like species, the value of Z is not equal to 1, it is different. It may be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. We can apply the Bohr's theory to the hydrogen-like species. In the hydrogen-like species, we can calculate the radius of the orbit as well as the energy of the orbit. Further, we can calculate the velocity of electron in any orbit by using this formula. So this is the result of Bohr theory. Thank you.